So in this video we're going to unwrap our player's head, or our character's head. So let's go ahead and sorry about that. Alright, let's go ahead and Control D, duplicate it. And I'm going to hit R and scale this up pretty big. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and unwrap sort of half of this head. So I'm going to open Window UV Texture Editor. And what you'll notice right off the bat is because we made this from a cube, it really didn't, it doesn't unwrap like how it looks here. So what I'm going to do is go to Face Mode, select all of these faces. Shift right click, go down to Mapping, and I'm going to go ahead and planar map it on the Z axis. Then I'm going to go to Edge Mode and just double click around this edge here and cut this ear out. Alright. So let's shift right click here, cut UVs. And then what I'm going to do is go to UV mode, Control right click to shell, and then I'm going to hit W and move it off to the side. Now you can't really see in the window where I made that cut unless you check on the texture borders edge or display. Now you can see where that cut is. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is kind of cut out the neck. So let's do that. So again, shift right click, cut UVs, go to UV mode, to shell, let's move that off to the side here. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is just select all of the UVs that make up the face. And if I control right click to face, so you can see everything that I selected. So I'm going to control right click back to UVs, hold shift and right click and go up to Smooth UV tool. And I'll begin to unfold it. And you'll see it kind of unfolds the face. A quicker way of doing this is you shift right click, go up to unfold UVs first, shift right click again, go down to Smooth UV tool and unfold this. You kind of have to do this a little bit for a little while. There we go. Until it doesn't, you can't anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and hit R and just scale this up. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and rotate this a little bit going this way. Now this isn't the finished unwrap. What I'm actually going to do next is I'm just going to go up to Mesh, Mirror Geometry, and most of the times the default settings are fine. This is what the default setting is. Across -X. But let me go ahead and toggle off my UV borders display. You'll notice even at this level not all of the faces or verts are welded. So you have to go to here to Poly Mirror 1 and maybe take it up to maybe 0.6. That might be too high, so I'll make it 0.5. There we go. And then I'll just look around my model. And that looks pretty good. Alright. Now if I select the face here and I select the face there, you can see that they're stacked on top of each other. And don't forget that this is the UVs of the right side. So what I'm going to do is just select one UV on this side by again right clicking in here and going to UV. Then I'm going to control right click and go to shell, hit W and move it over to the side. And by unwrapping the first side, this side first, it sped up the process for us. Now there's a little problem. If we go to image shaded UVs, you can see this side is red, and that means that those faces are inverted or flipped. So we're going to go ahead and flip that. And we're going to bring it close together on this side. And what I'm going to do at this point is go to Edge Mode, and you can see when I highlight it, it shows the corresponding edges. So to about this edge here on the chin, so I'm going to shift right click, I'm going to go to Move and Sew UVs. Or we can just do Sew UVs, just so we can kind of see that a little better. Maybe Move and Sew will kind of draw, it won't cloud it as much. So Move and Sew. And I'm just going to hit G to redo that last action. And I'm just going to keep moving and sewing UVs all the way about to the center of this forehead. Okay, so now it's really stretched and weird in the middle, so I'm just going to select that, control right click, go to shell, shift right click, go to unfold, Shift right click again, smooth UVs, and I'm just going to unfold that again. Now I'm going to hit E, and there we go. Now we have a really nice clean unfold. Alright, let's do the same thing for the ears. Let's go ahead and select one of the UVs here. To shell, shift right click unfold, smooth UV tool. Let's move this off to the middle here and scale it up so you guys can kind of see what's going on here. Shift right click, smooth UV tool, and just continue to unfold it. Alright, what would have been really smart of me is if I would have unfolded just one of those ears, and then I wouldn't have had to go through all this nonsense again. But you can see that the process really doesn't take that long. You can see I'm already done with the other ear. Let's do the same thing for the neck. Alright. Let's go ahead and hit unfold. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, let's move this up. Unfold that. Go to edge mode. Move and sew UVs. To shell. And there's our neck. And again, the way you know you're finished is if you unfold all of it, and that's that. Okay. If you hit FL, it'll kind of uniform scale it all in there. It doesn't necessarily always do it right the first time, so let's just go ahead and go to shell, to UV, and again I'm holding shift and right clicking, and let's just go ahead and kind of move everything in place. The head is the most important thing, so I'm just going to scale that down so it fits perfectly in here. Alright, to shell. Actually, this ear needs to be rotated, so we'll use this tool here. There you go, that's better. And I'm just going to scale these guys down here. And this will give us room if we want to put the eyes in here or whatever. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hit Control S to save this. The next thing I want to do is edit, delete all by type, or delete by type history, so it cleans that out. I'm going to do modify freeze transformation. And I'm going to go ahead and export just this object as an OBJ. Normally you can just use GoZ to send it over to ZBrush, but in this I want to kind of cover it in case some of you don't have GoZ or you're not sure if there's problems at home. So I'm just going to go to File, Export Selection, and I want to make sure that OBJ is in our list, which it is. If it isn't, you have to go to Windows, Settings and Preferences, Plugin Manager, and turn on OBJ Exporter, which is right here, OBJ Exporter. Alright, I'm going to hit Export Selection, and it's just going to navigate me to my old man folder, which is where the project was set, and I'm just going to name old man underscore OBJ. In the next video we're going to talk about the planes of the face and how to just create a generic planes of the face ZBrush sculpt.